What do you get when you combine a war-torn world filled of deadly mechs and cute cuddly animals?
Soviet tigers intent on destroying our apples and our democracy.
My Little Scythe is a shorter, more kid-friendly reimagining of the mega hit from Stonemaier Games, Scythe. But is making apple pies as satisfying as upgrading your war engine with oil? Let's find out and discuss 5 things about My Little Scythe. On a player's turn, they move their action pawn to an empty action circle and take the indicated action. Note, though, that they cannot keep their pawn on the place it started on. The first main action type is moving. A player can move both of their seekers, collecting resources, encountering quests, or possibly starting a pie fight with an opposing seeker. The second main action type is seeking. The player rolls 4 dice and places the indicated resource type in the matching terrain type on the board. If they choose to place the resource on an opposing seeker, their friendship goes up. The third main action is making, with which seekers can make pies and spells to prepare for pie fights, or upgrades that'll permanently improve one of their main actions. Once per turn, if their friendship isn't too low, a player can place one of their trophies on a space on the trophy track when they complete the indicated objective. When a player places their 4th trophy, they trigger the end of the game, giving every other player only one more turn to try to match their success. The only major difference in Cooperative Scythe is that allies can use each other's resources when they make things, and both players need to place all 4 of their trophies to win the game. My first point is a bit of a mix, and that's the power-up tiles you can improve your actions with throughout the game. I love the movement power-ups. They're powerful, thematic, and quite varied. But the make power-up tiles tend to be much less interesting, generally providing just a small benefit over a basic make action. Also, the seek action cannot be powered up, which feels like a bit of a missed opportunity since it tends to be the least interesting action in the game. My next point is a pro, and that's the auto-mounty AI system used in the game for solo and cooperative play. Each turn the auto-mounty draws 1 card, which will indicate where their seekers move, and additionally sometimes give them bonus pies or see more resources on the map. The movement is simple and quick to resolve. Each auto-mounty seeker moves towards the available space with the most resources, and when they fight, their combat result is randomly determined. The auto-mounty doesn't have quite the complexity and intelligence of an Automa in Scythe or Gaia Project, but it's incredibly quick and simple to resolve, matching the family-friendly nature of the game. Now we get to my only con for the game, and that's how combat is handled. Like in its big brother Scythe, in My Little Scythe, each player secretly selects how many pies they want to spend on the pie fight. Additionally, they can each add 1 magic spell for each of their seekers involved in the pie fight. Players move fairly slowly up the pie track, and it tops off at a fairly low number. And if you spend a lot of resources on a fight and then lose it, it can be crushing, even in this very kid-friendly game. On the other side of the spectrum, with the Automa, they will start fights frequently, even though they can only gain 1 trophy from winning fights. Sometimes, because of the luck of the movement draw, they'll even attack a seeker with no resources at all. This lets them lose a fight they might not care about and gain pies and spells as compensation, which feels a little odd. We're back to a pro again, and that's how the friendship, quests, and trophies interact. Quests will mostly offer you a friendly option that costs you resources but gains you friendship, and a mean option that gains you resources but costs you friendship. You'll be frequently tempted to take the unfriendly route, but as long as your friendship is at 2 or less, you aren't allowed to place trophies on the trophy track. This can lead to agonizing situations where you've completed many trophies, but once your friendship goes back up, you can only place 1 a turn, slowing your way to the finish. This then forces you to seek for resources and hand them to your opponent, giving them a closer path to victory to shore up your own friendship. It's a great interplay of tough choices that really makes the game enjoyable and tense. My final point is a big pro, and that's the tactical movement in the game. I love that you get to move both your seekers at once, creating clever combo possibilities. One seeker can run away from an enemy with their resources, while the other comes in to block the path. This is especially interesting with the auto-mounty, which moves somewhat predictably and only in a straight path. When you get down to it, having 2 siblings coordinating their movement is a blast. And look how cute they are. Overall, I've really enjoyed My Little Scythe as a co-op game. I played it with my 5-year-old and my wife, and it's been a hit both times. That being said, the competitive game wasn't quite as enjoyable, and especially with hardcore gamers, the game was a little bit of a miss. But if you have casual gamers or kids you might play with, I really recommend cooperative My Little Scythe. I was surprised what a blast I had with solo. I'm a big fan of the Automa in Scythe, and while this game is very different, it's also much faster. I never sat down to play it solo without playing 2 or 3 or even 4 times in a row. One quick recommendation though, the AI is much more likely to make silly choices when it's only you and the AI playing. My most fun with the game has been when playing against 2 AI at once in a 3-player free-for-all. The AI is so quick that playing 2 of them doesn't really increase the game time that much. Good gaming, everyone.